It looks like that may have helped the French AI. They are moving again. And oh my god, look at this. Our army will arrive in Tunis on August 24th, 2 days from now. And right there, bam, the Ottoman Navy arrived to stop us from landing. So we gotta get beat up on for a few days. Also, their flagship is in this navy. I wonder if they made a flagship galley or a flagship heavy. Probably heavy. We lost 4 of our heavies. Didn't lose any of the troops, though. Alright, let's start rebuilding the navy. We have none sailors. It's not like I'm really offering anything here that we don't have. They already have 7 artillery. I guess they don't have a siege ship leader, but... Alright, the fact that their armies have spread out makes me now want to retake this state. They weren't willing to come try to fight my army in the mountain defensive terrain. You might also be willing to knock out pretty quick. Actually... considering that they only have 2 forts, now I am rethinking and recalculating. I think maybe we do want to go for his capital because it's going to do occupied and besieged provinces quite a bit since it's one of his only forts. See how he's already getting -5 reasons? Occupied and besieged provinces, 36. You can only go up to 40. Oh, nice. Look at that. Rebels on his other fort. I don't actually want anything from this guy, so... If he'll allow us to wipe peace, I'll just do that. One thing you gotta be careful about, though, is when you transfer occupations to your subjects like this in Ankara, if my army were black flagged, some weird stuff can happen where, like, I don't think... Something in the back of my mind is, like, triggering here, and I can't remember if I'm right on this or if I'm just misremembering. I think you can't get unblack flagged in provinces controlled by your subject that are enemy territories or enemy occupations. You can only get unblack flagged in land that you own. However, if you march into your land owned by a subject directly, you can get unblack flagged. Looks like Tunis is getting destroyed. 96 war score against Tunis. So, how's aggressive expansion look? We willing to pay some diplo points for this? Yeah. He is a non-co-belligerent. There's a farm estate there. That's worth 5 base production that you don't actually have to pay war score costs for. That's pretty good. I'll just take these 2. I don't need to take anything from Tunis right now. We'll just take these 2 to cut him in half, so he's kind of screwed. Border gore. Lovely, right? Oh my god, we just got a 7% siege chance in the capital. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, we should be black flagged. And let's test my theory. We're gonna march to... Let's go to Kangira. Then we'll head to Sinop. Hopefully the 0% chance, like he doesn't actually take it if I am correct, that we can't get unblack flagged in Sinop. Okay, it's a little concerning. I mean, it's already 14%, so there's a pretty good chance they could just take that back. But I want to test this, you know, for good measure. Unfortunately, that is one drawback. Apparently the French got black flagged, probably because they were in Tunis, and now they have to march all the way home. They can't get unblack flagged in the Mamluks. They can't get unblack flagged in my land. They've got to go all the way back to their own territory. And, I mean, the French AI got activated, but I don't know... I don't even see their damn stack. Got like 30,000 stacks somewhere. It might be the Fog of War down there. How's Poland doing? War score is at 27 for Poland. For the Ottomans against Poland. So he's winning against the Polish still. Alright, so this might end up costing us a siege, but if it works, it'll prove my point. So my prediction, again, is that we will not get unblack flagged here, but I could just be misremembering. I was not misremembering. And this is exactly why I wanted to point it out. See, that little tickle in the back of my head was like, gotta be careful with this, because I know I've had this problem happen before. And unfortunately, it did cost us sin up. But we will get unblack flagged here because we control it directly. I feel like it's a kind of arbitrary restriction. Like, if you get unblack flagged in your subjects' territory, I think you should get unblack flagged in your subjects' occupations as well. But Ottomans have that 125 discipline. They have reduced morale relative to us. They actually have, better tactics because of discipline. And reinforcements arriving tomorrow. We have our 1-4 versus their 5-3. What I'm going to do is actually retreat from this fight onto Sinop. The garrison's still very weak. It's flat terrain. I don't think we can... Honestly, I don't think we can beat that stack. I think our army's going to lose. Our infantry are already very weak. In fact, we might want to just retreat to Sivas. Now that we're on black flagged, we can at least, get this army doing its job. This is an important enough war. I think I will ask for fleet basing. Even though it'll be possibly expensive. My navy is being intercepted June 28th. It's showing that there's going to be a battle here between us on the 28th, but we're gone on the 24th. So who understands that math? Weird. I'm going to pay 2 ducats a month for fleet basing. Reason why we want fleet basing instead of just military access is because this allows us to... June 3rd. Ottomans don't arrive till July 11th. We're gone on July 3rd. It's showing there's going to be a battle when there won't actually be a battle. You need to have fleet basing in order to go into the port. In order to hide your navy. So... we do have negative war score because of Epirus. He's up to 42 war score with Poland now. He's probably got a pretty sizable army dispatched up there. War enemies plus allies. Ottomans have 86,000 active troops. Mamluks have 62. We have 45. French have 44. French have a very small army relative to what they could. Wow. Pope has a 644. Pope, you should do more with your army. I'm just saying. We'll just go to Benghazi and then stop off there. Hopefully he doesn't pick off my navy. See how he's immediately moving. So he's probably trying to intercept this navy. Be in the Aegean Sea. Alright, we can sneak past that then. Morocco's a great power. Still don't see his navy. There's a Mamlukian navy there, so we should be safe. We'll head to Adana. Oh, there it is. Okay, Aegean Sea, so he's going north again. We should be able to sneak our last 10 stack over. And now we have our entire army deployed in the correct location. We're also making a pretty killer in... Ah, god damn it, I just broke the siege. Misclicked. Hate that. Hate that, hate that, hate that. Roll Afonso. Need his 8 pips. Afonso's, yeah, he's 8 to 16. I think we should. I don't think he's ever going to get a chance to really rule. And if he does, it won't be for very long. He is a 5-4, 5-2. So good. So good. 5-4, 5-2. How many pips is that? That is 16 pips. And what was he? Wasn't he 8 to 16? He was 8 to 16, right? Tell me he was 8 to 16. Because he was, right? I'm pretty sure. He was 6 to 16? Okay, but we have 2 guaranteed pips. So 6 to 16 equals 8 to 18. I guess he's not, like, perfect, but he's nearly perfect. You know? You know me saying? Alright, let's go back to having the knights pay for this now that we have other provinces that we can retreat to. Again, they've got better defensiveness and stuff. It's time to take tech. Looks like we've reached the edge of what Mamluks want. They're transferring provinces to me now. Gotta make sure that they're not transferring forts. I don't want to suddenly start paying for a lot of crap. There is a French stack with no leader that's made its way over here. You know, let me know if you spot like a deadly French army. I'll be impressed. I'm gonna tell maybe Pope Man to go over here, see if he actually comes over and helps. Another thing that we could do that might help is just create like a 1 stack or 2 stack over here. Set them to be attachment targets, and then just try to go pick up the French army and then direct it where we want it to go directly. But that's kind of tedious. Alright. Finish our ID group. Policies. Currently we're running Global Settlers Native Uprising. We need that on all the time because we switched off of Native Coexistence. Might as well turn this on because it doesn't cost anything, but it's pretty bad. Doesn't really do anything. Swap those 10 artillery over. Let's actually have this guy go there, and we'll pull this guy off. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Are you... how? What? How the hell did this happen? The Ottomans have 54 galleys in the city, in the province. Like, it's there, you know, it's there. And yet he let the Mamluks cross into Edirne? What the hell? That's insane. Oh my gosh. And then he gets a wall breach. Look at this, he's doing it again. No way. All right, is he gonna do it? August 6th? Oh, he's missing it by just a couple days. He tried though. Sneaky little guy, isn't he? We need to get to Karasi so that assuming that he wins that siege, we can just flood across the strait and there's nothing the Ottomans can do to stop us. We might even be able to get on the war goal relatively soon. Get onto Epirus. Let's get one more claim on Fulu. Come back from that. Are we even making progress in the integration of Castile? 2 per month. Mr. Sugla? Sugla. Oh, thank you. Yep, they just got control of it. I'll go to the Knights. Off goes his navy again. I do see... oh my gosh, I see 2 French stacks. That's 20,000 Frenchies. They're actually here. Poland cedes Podolia, Peremyshl, Zemplin, Spee, and Maramaros to the Ottomans. And also Moldavia cedes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces to the Ottomans. Ottomans pay 163 diplo points. So the Ottomans have won their war, but they are probably still very much deployed to the northern part. And I think we'll have time to win the Siege of Edirne. And then we have enough artillery, once this siege is done, that I think we'll be able to... I'm willing to barrage. I don't care if we're behind time in Miltech. We barrage the capital. Make sure we hold Edirne. Bohemia just joined a coalition against them as well. 21%? Oh, brutal! The knights. Across we go! I am going to let him suffer the attrition and siege ticks for now. I'm just going to sit in a Deern to guarantee we don't lose control of this straight crossing. Until we get artillery over, which is basically now. Chernigov has now also joined it. Constantinople just fell. I'm gonna go ahead and scorch Edirne so that these guys arrive just a little tiny bit slower. And that gives time for everyone here to pile in. We have 24 war score right now. We get Epirus, we instantaneously gain 18. This will be a tough fight. That's 60,000 Ottoman troops. I bet a lot of these infantry are going to be Janissaries as well, which means that they have, like, I think an extra 5% discipline or something. And it's flat terrain. No major advantage either way. Janissary regiments, yep. Janissary regiment discipline -5. Fire damage received -10. Shock damage received -10. Reinforcement cost goes up. They have a tiny bit of drill. How come this one's a Janissary regiment, but it doesn't have all those modifiers, while this one has a bunch of modifiers? Weird. Force March. We don't have Force March yet. Unlike in Imperator, where you get it right at the start of the game, you have to wait till Admin Tech 15. I think that we've got enough time to reinforce. Should be fine. So I guess I'm just going to keep on filling in islands over here for now. You want Colombia for the Spanish missions? I mean, we're making great income, so it's not like we have to really worry about colonization stuff that much. Alright, so we routed that army. Let's just march to Epirus then. Looks like he deleted the fort that he normally has in Macedonia. I'm going to start improving relations with Hungary. Actually, we might not need to do that. We could just release Hungary at some point. Maybe we improve relations with the Knights, get his relations topped off. Quill just got the Papal Treaty of Tordesillas as a Protestant Scotland, so something must be broken. Well, that's really quite disappointing. Look at this. The Ottomans, despite having very, very clear naval superiority in the inland seas around this region, they're just like, here, go ahead, Mamluks, go into Corfu. Like, I wouldn't even think to try to march to Corfu, because they have naval superiority. Why should we be able to go there? But apparently we can do that. We'll go occupy the Kosovo gold mine. I can't believe he deleted the forts in this region. We now have 45 war score. I'll try colonizing this thing just to see if... Does this actually count as... Are we actually violating the Treaty of Tacos if he's not Catholic? Like, it doesn't seem right, but maybe? Maybe we're being naughty? I'm not sure. Our only reason for being at war with the Ottomans right now is to stop needing to be Asturias. I want to become Spain. So we're going to take Rum, take the state of Rum, so that we can create a holy order there, and then we can move on. So we're going to go Sinop plus this whole state. Any chance that a coalition will fire against the Ottomans? Well, there is a coalition active, so... It's possible. If they attack him, I'm just gonna laugh. Like... Okay, we're gonna keep on kind of shuffling the army over a little bit. French are actually doing their job. Check it out. Actually, it's mostly the Mamluks. No, the French have more. It's a majority French army. February 27th, February 27th. It always takes one more day than it says it'll take, so we can't actually retreat from this. We will be in flat terrain against the 345 with Master of Arms, which is 10% infantry combat ability. This is a horrible, horrible, awful fight, so let's just retreat to Smederevo. Yeah, after 12 days. It's going to be... Oh, God, he rolled a 9. Need to grant a province to the nobles to get their influence to 75. I guess this grain is alright. It's not quite enough to get them all the way to 75 on its own, though. Darn it. Do I watch Game of Thrones? I do. I did. I don't anymore. It's over. It's finally over. I want to avoid saying much about it just because I'm pretty sure that no matter what, there will be spoilers. The French were trying to reinforce, but I'm not going to stay in that fight. It's just not smart. We don't want to be trading manpower with them. We've already lost 41,000 troops, and the French have lost 17,000. 17,000 of our losses have actually just been from attrition, which is what I would prefer, because we're actually taking provinces and getting occupations all the way. D6 war score. Our participation is only at 33%, so we don't really want to demand money directly. We don't get much of it. I kind of want to test this. Do you guys want to remember? I'm pretty sure if you lose 10 trust, you technically didn't break the promise of territory. But it might be 9. It is 10. And then one person says it's 9. Damn. Let the Mamluks suffer. I don't want to stay in this war for very long because we have, as you just saw, we've got rebels now. We're going to have rebels to deal with after we occupy this territory, so... I think we peace out now. Or after this battle's done. His enthusiasm is probably up due to ongoing battles, so we should wait till that battle completes. Why are you scratching my keyboard, bud? No, stop. We just won the siege of Belgrade, and the Mamluks just reinforced, apparently. Maybe they're expecting me to reinforce. I'm not going to. Alright, the battle's over. Let's do sue for peace. We've got plenty of extra reasons now. So we get 640 of those ducats. It's fine. That's 12 trust because we demanded a little bit extra. If we take... we'll give him Konya instead. That sounds good. Why money and not some provinces for the Mamluks? Because I'm not going to stay friends with the Mamluks. I use the Mamluks. This is a war of convenience. They wanted to fight the Ottomans. I wanted the Ottomans to fight the Mamluks, and so we forced them to fight each other while I'm in control of the war. So now we're going to take the stuff that we need to do the achievement, and then it'll take some time to core. But, yeah, this seems reasonable. Does trust matter? It does matter. It matters that I don't lose 20 trust. I want to only lose 10 because that way I technically didn't break the promise of territory, which means that if I want to do it again with some other AI, no other AI on the map can say, well, you don't follow through on your promises. I didn't technically break my promise. I totally promised you some land, and you got some land. Some land, not much land. So yeah, we have 40 trust. We didn't technically break a promise. If we were to try to declare war on someone like, oh, we need diplomat free to actually do it, but. So unfortunately, because this is not connected to our capital, we can only court one province at a time. Starting with Sinop, which means that this is going to be pardon the language, but this will be an unrest-filled shithole for a long time. So I don't care. We're just going to raise the autonomy all the way to 100. Doesn't matter. And we're going to march most of the troops around this area. Probably leave a whole bunch of infantry to suppress. We can convert a bunch of it. It'd be expensive, but let's get it out of the way. Missionaries, deploy!